we're going to a dyno check. Today is dyno day. I'm gonna see you at the dyno. So that's why a baseline dyno is so important. I think I'm gonna do that at the dyno. 喜欢改车的，你要改车的话，你先有一个 baseline dyno. Let's go do a dyno pull. Today is going to be the final dyno day of the 997.2 Turbo S project. Welcome back to the Empire Motor Club, people. We are not at the dyno. I'm sorry, we are at my garage, next to my office. We're here today because this vlog is going to be very different. It's more like a documentary. Think of it as a documentary. About a year ago, I sold my 458. I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, coming from a 458, why would you go to a 997.2 Turbo S? Well, I really like the tunability of it. There's only 12 in Taiwan. So when there's only 12 in Taiwan, it'll retain its value. And for someone like me who spends a lot of money on tuning a car and modifying it, I don't want to lose too much on the back end. I felt like this car was the perfect condition. It only had about 16,000 kilometers when I got it, and I've been working on it ever since. What you guys will see in this video from what we've done day one all the way till now, but mainly the power mods, mainly the engine mods. All the exterior mods I did not document because I kind of wanted to gather everything into one vlog. Forgive us, this is gonna be a longer vlog. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, but let me show you around what we did on the exterior first. I'm a big fan of Bbs Wheels, and this car, what's special about the Turbo S, it's got center lock wheels. We needed to get something dope. I wanted to get the Bbs E88s, but something a little bigger. I wanted to go with 20-inch, so they're called the E89s. Here it is, check it out. This wheel's got matte black centers with polished lips. We were pretty lucky, the offset fit just right. It's actually for a 991 GT3. We got the GT2 RS fender flares with the GT2 RS lenses, and it fit perfectly. We were really lucky that the offsets work. I guess the 991's a little wider, just like the 997.2 GT2 RS. We added a front lip just to make it a little more aggressive. I painted all of these black, added an extra tow hook. I just wanted to feel like a race car driver. This 997.2 has the Moss Hammer rear intake scoop. This makes the car look so much more aggressive, so much better. It protrudes out, from the body line, so it's more aggressive, a little wider, and it takes that center slit away. It's functional because this hole goes all the way through, it goes all the way in. I mean, keeps going, and obviously it goes all the way back to the engine. I also got the Moss Hammer side skirts, and it protrudes out a little more like here, so it makes it look more aggressive. So that is about it for the exterior mods. Why don't you guys come over here and check out the interior. The interior is where you're at every single day when you're driving. I wanted to make this a little more updated, a little cooler, a little more racy. I upgraded the steering wheel. So for those of you guys who have a 997 and want to upgrade to the 991 steering wheel, you can do it. It's actually really easy. It's plug and play. Just get the new steering wheel and a new airbag. Yeah, I got these really cool paddle shifters. I did a lot of bits and pieces of carbon fiber interior trim and the carbon fiber center console. I have suede inserts, Alcantara here, Alcantara here, Alcantara, on the shifter, everything here, and also the door panels, Alcantara, carbon fiber, and I love this, RS door pulls, even in the turbo. I feel like a racer, obviously. This is really cool, you guys gotta see this. So the back seats are all carbon fiber. So as you can see, I fitted a GMG roll cage in there. This roll bar, we powder coated it yellow. The guys at GMG are awesome. Put a little fire extinguisher there. I do want to take this car to the track. So the purpose of this build was to have supercar killer, daily driver, but something that I can also take to the track and enjoy, like a couple times a year I'll go to the track. Yeah, so that's why I have a fire extinguisher, just in case. And what is that? Oh, that. It's my cat's baseball bat. You guys know what's up. My kitties love baseball, and every car should have kitty baseball bats. Yes, I am an old man. I need something like this for my lower back. For long drives, daily drivers, I really strongly suggest that. Maybe we should make something. Maybe we should make an EMC, Empire Motor Club, little, pillow for the car seats. Let's go back to the engine. This is where we talk about the dyno. Okay, so before I show you everything over there, I want to tell you guys, I love modding cars, but modding cars take a lot of money, and I'm sure all of you know that. I really strongly suggest you spend just a little extra money and go get a dyno. Go get a baseline dyno. It's actually good for you. You actually know how much power you're putting down, how much torque you're putting down from a stock car. That way, when you spend money on mods, and then you go back to the dyno, you'll be even happier because then you know the money that you spent is well worth it. So the intro that you guys saw, obviously there was like 6 or 7 different days that we were filming this because we went back to the dyno so many times. This whole process was amazing because I learned so much about this car. I learned so much more about modifying and tuning and all the things that went into this build. Let's check this out. This is the heart of the car, right? It's a 3.8 liter twin turbo. It's a little different than the 997.1. This is a 997.2 Turbo S. So what we did was we went to the dyno at CPA in Shizi. So before we get the car on the dyno, the most important step before you get on the dyno is actually you got to take the under panels off, the undercovers of the car. So if you can just see from here, what he's doing right now is that you got to take those off because getting the car on the dyno, you got to strap the car down. There's a lot of power going on. You don't want any movement, so it's got to be stable. Let's check out what he's doing. So you see here, he's just taking all the bolts off. There's a bunch of bolts. This is actually quite important. Keeps the car, clean, and keeps the car safer that way. So no debris, rocks, I don't know, whatever it is under the car. So our baseline numbers were 455 horsepower at 28 degrees Celsius, and it was about 72% humidity. That was the best pull of the first dyno. Obviously, the numbers were very healthy. I was very happy with it. And what I did was I planned what I wanted to do with this car. I set a goal, and I was like, okay, so now I know this car's got around roughly 450 at the wheels. And I told myself, I was like, hey, I want to add an extra 100 horsepower to the wheels. That was my goal, without touching any of the internals. I did not want to take the engine out. I did not want to change the turbos. I wanted to keep, mainly stock. I wanted to change out the bolt-on stuff. I decided to go with the Cobb Tuning V3 Passport handheld tuner. I think that's really good because it comes with an off-the-shelf stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 programs. And all of these programs have either the 91 octane and 93 octane. And also what's good about the Cobb Tuning is that you can data log. So once you data log, if you want a custom e-tune, you can go find a guy who can custom tune for you. It's very easy. You can just fucking put it in the OBD2. So I got the Cobb Tuning handheld. And then I was like, okay, so what else is really important is obviously the exhaust, right? It's a turbo car. Everyone understands that if you change out the exhaust, you're gonna gain some power. I've been hearing a lot about a brand called Klein Innovation. They use a material called Inconel. This is really cool. Inconel, ding, versus stainless steel, ding, or versus titanium, ding. So these are 3 different types of materials that a lot of people use for their exhausts. So stainless steel could be 304, 321, depending on the material you use for stainless steel, but there's different pros and cons for each one. Not a lot of people know about Inconel. So what's really cool about Inconel is that, here's one really cool tip. In the F1 Formula 1 racing season, every single car and every single team, well, this is what I saw online. 90% of all the parts on an F1 car need to be interchanged or changed out, except Inconel exhausts. What does that say? They're pretty sturdy and pretty reliable. They have really good heat properties and they're lightweight. They're not as light as titanium. However, you can make the walls thinner because it's more sturdy and it can withstand more heat. And everyone knows, especially if you're into JDM or if you're into turbo cars, sometimes when you use titanium, with the heat, it you know, it cracks, it melts. Obviously it sounds really high pitched, but I would rather go with something that I'm not gonna worry about in the future. So I went with a brand that a lot of my friends were talking about, which was Klein Innovation. I tried to install the exhaust system myself. It didn't go so well, but I got a lot of help from our mechanic friends. It was a really cool process. I learned a lot. I wish I could just do one single vlog on that, but I wanted to cram everything in. So I'm sorry guys. I know that this one is like too much info in one vlog, but I wanted to give everything to you guys. So when we were opening the box, this is my first time seeing the actual exhaust. It's fucking awesome. This white powder coating, this is real ceramic coating. You know the real deal when it's white, so this is really amazing stuff. Super lightweight. This is the HJS Motorsport Cat. See, it's made by HJS. I don't know if you can see it, HJS, but this is 100 cell. So this 100 cell is a little more free-flowing than the 200 cells. So let's see if we can hear it. I feel it. You feel it? These are the carbon fiber tips. Really cool finish. It's gonna look way better than, you know, the stock polished tips. Yeah, these mufflers. You know, these mufflers are awesome. They look beautiful. The welds are nice. So we're gonna get going on this. I'm gonna put some gloves on and we're gonna get my hands dirty. We're gonna get my hands dirty.前面的 O2， 对，这是后面的 O2， 对，这是大熊，嗨，嗨，哦，这样哦，这个垫片就卡在中间，它两个卡在中间，有一个地方凸出来，所以气进出的时候就不会漏气，这还蛮重要的。And since we're under here, we can check out all the, you know, this is the KW, there's the V3s, here's the GMG links, bump steer kits, these are the sway bars, GMGs, the turrets, drop links, see all those? That is pretty. This makes me happy. Getting a good sweat too. That sounds so much better now. So the turbo cars are, you know, they're known not to be very loud. 它们本身就是很小声，所以你再加一个这个 you know, like a sports cat, sport muffler, it sounds definitely better, like way better than stock. It's not going to be like too loud or crazy, but I think it's just good. I'm gonna press the sport button later, but I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. We'll be right back. So I went back to the dyno. I had the headers, the HJS cats, and the rear section installed on the car. And this is where it got really interesting. I wanted to do stage 2 right away. Obviously, I had the exhaust system on. I plugged in the Cobb tuning. It was so simple. It was just plug and play. Just hit a couple buttons, wait for the installation. So it's actually just this tiny little thing, Passport V3. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna stick in the OBD2. Should be in here. Here it is. So let's stick it in and see what we got. Should be pretty simple. Okay, install the access port to your vehicle. Install to ECU and PDK. All right, so that's pretty cool. So Cobb also put in a PDK software. So let's do this. Awesome, let's do it. Off. Okay, all right. We're gonna know it, the moment of truth. There's gotta be a big difference. Let's see what we get. So dynos are interesting because there's a lot of factors involved. The temperatures were actually really different on both days. So the first dyno run, it was actually raining, so the humidity level was off the charts, but it was a lot cooler. The second day, it was almost 38 degrees Celsius. That's 10 degrees Celsius higher than the first baseline dyno run. However, we still gained power. We got 521 at the wheels and 727 Newton meters of torque. It is about 66 horsepower at the wheels increase over 45 to 50 Newton meters of torque. So we're back at the same place. We did not go anywhere else. We went back to the same dyno, same place, same sea level, whatever you guys want to call it, same elevation, but the humidity wasn't as high, however the temperature was a lot higher. And then I decided at the same place, same day, we installed the IPD plenums and the IPD Y pipe. IPD plenum. IPD, good job. We were actually just joking around and be like, yeah, obviously it's not gonna make that much power. However, this is where it really surprised me. The temperature stayed the same, humidity level dropped off like 3%. So with the IPD plenum and Y pipe, we got up to 531 horsepower, 730 Newton meters of torque. I was very impressed. I was very happy with everything. So big shout out to everyone at IPD, at Cobb Tuning, and Klein Innovation. I also got DO88 from Sweden, DO88 intercoolers. So these DO88 intercoolers are a lot thicker. The core is thicker, bigger, better airflow, cooler air charge. It's supposed to, lower the air charge temperatures, and that's where the data logging comes in with the Cobb Tuning. And I also wanted to try stage 3 on the Cobb Tuning. So we decided to put in the stage 3, 93 octane, and then bam, power. I think we have stage 3 in here, so I'm gonna get the boss man, see if it worked. Fingers crossed. I mean, our highest was what, 533. I'm hoping for at least like 560. The weather is really hot and steamy. I mean, the temperature is like 37 degrees again today, so it's about as hot as it can get. All right, let's go for it. So we have good news, is that we broke the 550 barrier. So the temperature went down a little bit, we tried it again, but I mean, we already did like 4 or 5 pulls already, so it seems like 560 to 568 is definitely the barrier, but that is fucking awesome. We got 568 all-wheel horsepower, and wow, the boost in the torque on the stage 3, I was wowed. 813 Newton meters of torque. Let me repeat that. 813 Newton meters of torque. Now, for those guys that want to know the pounds of torque, that's about 600 pounds of torque and 670 horsepower, all right, at the crank. That is a lot of power. Obviously, I want to say the Cobb tuning was the best bang for the buck, but you do need other products to complement it. Obviously, if you just want to go with the simple stage 1, I didn't do the stage 1 and test it out. I went automatically to the stage 2 because I had the full exhaust. And then I wanted the intercoolers and the Y pipe and the plenum and and I just wanted the stage 3. I reached my goals. I got past 550 horsepower at the wheels. All I can say is that money well spent. It made me happier. I know that I got a daily beast that is a supercar killer. Obviously, it's not going to be the fastest car in the world. I still need to do some data logging. I need some more experience behind the wheel. I do want to take this car to the track. I also want to get some daily footages. I know that this vlog has been so much information. Thank you guys for watching it. I know that you guys want to see more of this car in action while it's driving. You guys want to see some beautiful aerial shots or maybe at the track or just racing some other cars. I will get to that, I promise you guys. I will get to that, but I needed to get this out of the way. I wanted to show you guys what dynos actually do and what you can learn from the dyno. My experience in documenting this whole process, what I was learning, what I was going through, each and every product that we modded. Obviously there's gonna be a few drawbacks here and there, and you're gonna learn a lot along the way. But I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you guys found this content interesting. Don't forget to like this video, comment, let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear it. And all the professionals out there, all the hardcore racing guys, the tuning guys, if you guys know more than me, please, I would love to learn from you guys, all right? I feel like this is something of a forum, of a place where we can share all this information. So let me know what your thoughts are. Support Empire Motor Club, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Hopefully for the Taiwan viewers, I'll see you guys on the streets, and if you guys want to challenge me, give me a honk, let me know, maybe we can get that down on video. Anyway, I know Ryan really wants to be in the vlog, so hopefully we'll see him in his 458. Maybe a little showdown, who knows? I'm gonna start the car so you guys can hear what this car sounds like and what the exhaust sounds like. See you guys in a bit, I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.